going on, everyone? Terrell Wilson here. If you are an entrepreneur or you are a business owner that is running a business, this is super crucial if you want to actually win at this game of business. Now, it's crucial that if you do not know the score, you will not be able to get the success you're looking for. So basically what I am saying is, let's say in sports, you and your friends were playing your favorite sport. If throughout playing the game, none of you know who is winning or who's losing, meaning you don't know what the score is, but you're just playing, well, it may be pointless to you. The same in business. If you don't know the score, to be able to know how well you're doing or how bad you're doing, you are going to be in that same position. And this is based on my experience of growing many businesses. Noticed what's hardly spoken about is actually how to know the score in business. What numbers am I meant to know? What am I meant to be tracking so that I am making the right decisions and taking the right actions based on the data I'm tracking? Now, this is key because imagine if we are sailing out on a ship and let's say I'm the captain and I have my co-pilot on board. Let's say if every time I radioed in, hey, how's everything going on down there? Are we good? Yep. Okay, we're about 100 miles away from our destination. Do we have enough fuel? Imagine if you heard back, Captain, I'm not sure. I'm sure by then we'll probably radio back, well, can you tell me when we actually run out of fuel? Or can you tell me when the actual engine starts to break down or there's some warning lights going off? That's how we actually run our business. It doesn't matter what type of business. This is the fundamental and the crucial component that you must have in place. That's what's going to be able to determine how well you're doing or how bad you're doing. Oftentimes we just get thrown in the deep end. We start to run our business. There's so many different things to do, so many different hats until we start delegating out. But if we are not good at actually knowing the score, it's going to be very hard to know if we're actually doing well or we're not, if we're not tracking things. And especially what you aren't able to track, you won't be able to measure in terms of how well or how bad you're doing. So tracking is key. And honestly, in the first few years of my business, this was something I struggled with because it wasn't something that I was taught. And this is why it's very important to know the score. Let's say in an aesthetic business, you are to get clients in the door, so your acquisition, how you get clients and how you acquire them in the door. If you just done organic, so maybe you're not knowing what posts are actually working that's getting you the most bookings. Maybe there's a certain amount of hours you need to spend doing that activity to get the clients and you can't even track or measure. So you don't know if you need to spend more time or less time or what you need to spend your time doing. If you're not tracking, you're just randomly, sporadically doing things and things are happening. Now, imagine if you could track down to the very T of how much hours you need to put in or what posts you need to put out on what day and everything. And you was able to know that if I put out these type of posts on these days at this time when most of my viewers or my followers are online, this is where I'm going to get the most bookings. Wouldn't you do that? But can you see, if you're not tracking those things, it's easy to just be busy being busy and not knowing if you're being effective. But what if you could utilize the most out of your time by being more effective? Because it's not based on how much hours you put in, it's about what you do in those hours that's going to determine how much success you get or how little success you get. So this is what I want to leave you with. It's important that you know the score. If you want to learn more about how and what you probably would need to do and what you need to track, any questions, drop them below. Give us a like, comment below, subscribe. You know the drill. Terrell Wilson signing out.